as we start to close out the end of 2022 and look forward to 2023, there's a lot of really great things coming to Tesla. Of course, the tax credits being the biggest piece of that. This is going to be great news for those of you who are waiting on delivery and happen to not get your car until January 1st of 2023. Although we don't know for certain, it is suggested that both Model Ys will potentially get the up to $7,500 tax credits, and the Model 3 standard range, if indeed that battery does transition over to North America, could also get up to $7,500 in tax credits. The long-range Model 3, which has been off menu for a couple of months now, may be returning at a lower price point to achieve that $55,000 MSRP cap that was placed on these tax credits. So with all of these tax credits coming, Tesla is obviously struggling to get consumers to take delivery of their Model 3 or Model Y, especially if they have today's pricing on those cars. If you look right now, you can take delivery of a Model 3 or a Model Y this month. That's like no wait time to get one. And that's because everybody's holding out for these tax credits. Why take delivery today when it's going to be potentially $7,500 cheaper tomorrow? Now, do keep in mind that $7,500 is not point of sale until 2024, so you will still pay full price for that car, and at time of filing your taxes is when you'll get that up to $7,500, depending on your tax liability, income, and other things like that. But even with that long of a wait time, people are obviously still willing to wait. That's $7,500 potentially that you could get by waiting until January 1st, which is only a few weeks away at this point. Tesla did just respond by offering a one-time incentive for Model 3 and Model Y deliveries in the month of December. Now, this was a great deal, and I think that it was a great idea by Tesla. Something had to be done to ensure that they're not stuck with a bunch of cars at the end of the year. This quarter is a very important quarter for them financially as they report out following a month of lower than expected deliveries. So this month alone has a lot riding on it. Tesla's offering $3,750, which is half of that $7,500 tax credit for consumers who take delivery in December. Now, the nice thing about that is it's an actual discount on the price of the car. So not only are you saving $3,750, but you're also saving taxes, depending on your area, on that $3,750. Plus, you're not waiting until tax time to get that $3,750. So there's a lot of benefits for doing that. Now, just last week, I would have told you this is a great deal and you should seriously consider it. But there's been some new changes that maybe that's not such a great idea after all. As I reported just yesterday, leaked documents show that Tesla is getting ready to roll out their new high-definition radar. That high-definition radar is going to be the next step for hardware 4.0 that people talk about all the time. Over the last year and a half or so, vision only has been the go-to for full self-driving. At this point, all cars lack a radar in the front of the car. And from my personal experience, I have not been a huge fan of vision only. Having had radar in my previous Model Y, I can definitely tell a difference. Even a year and a half later, I still prefer autopilot on that previous car. Vision only has had its challenges, and the motivations for Tesla to roll out vision only so quickly and abruptly are up for speculation on why they did that. But I think that there were some very real supply chain issues that were at hand that forced Tesla's hand to do this, even though they won't come out and admit it. With that said, though, hardware 4.0, this is a next step in all the hardware that's required to achieve true full self-driving. This radar is going to have a very large step forward in capabilities, and if you take delivery right now, you will not have that. Not only will you not have 4.0, you also won't realistically have access to upgrading to 4.0. Now, of course, until Tesla officially announces that this is all happening, we don't really know specifics, and we don't know for sure that you can't make the upgrade, but a retrofit kit is very unlikely for hardware 4.0, given the fact that it's not just a radar, but also the cameras have been upgraded over time as well. Now, could we upgrade a car that was built in December of 2022 to hardware 4.0? I guess it's possible, but I would not count on that being the case. A lot of people with much older hardware are struggling quite a bit to get their hardware upgraded, even to just the current hardware 3.0. So I think that that is very likely to continue to be the case as they move out with the next level of hardware for full self-driving. So here's the thing. the $3,750 is a really great incentive to take delivery now. Plus, even if you don't have an order in right now, you can probably get a car within a week or two by going on the website and checking out what's available. You can also probably submit a custom order, and it's likely that you could be matched depending on that configuration. But all that can happen here in December. You can get $3,750 off, which is all great, but you are clearly foregoing new hardware that is coming. Now, like I said yesterday, there's no guarantee that that includes all Teslas. So Model 3, Model Y are not guaranteed to be getting this new radar right off the bat, but the FCC filing does show that Tesla is planning to market this in mid-January of 2023, meaning about a month away from right now. That is not very far away. And to guarantee you're not going to get that hardware, you would take delivery right now. So you have to ask yourself, is $3,750 worth giving up this hardware? And then you have to ask yourself, is potentially $7,500 in tax credits plus upgraded hardware worth $3,750 today? That's where things start to become difficult to answer, because it's not just a simple discount for the same car. You're getting half of that potential $7,500 right now to take delivery, which is great. However, you're not getting the hardware that is on the way. Now, there are some other situations where the math is a little bit different, specifically the Performance Model 3. That will not qualify for any tax credits starting January 1st because of the MSRP cap. With that $3,750 off is the only money available for that Model 3 Performance, and that goes away after December 31st. So there's not going to be tax credits for that. So you might be thinking this is an awesome deal for a Performance Model 3. However, again, is that $3,750 worth not having hardware 4.0? Again, we still don't know enough details to really figure out when this is going to roll out to which models. All we know is Tesla is going to be marketing this starting mid-January of 2023. We saw the original patent filing about 5 months ago. So over the course of 5 months, this has transpired. And since all of this was released before Tesla could get a 60-day extension on the confidentiality of this, unfortunately, it is now all out in the open. And with all of that, I really think it is not the right time to take advantage of that $3,750 because of hardware 4.0. So if you're not going to qualify for the tax credits because of income or some other reason, that $3,750 may have been a really good deal until this document was leaked. Now, do keep in mind, again, I cannot stress enough, this does not guarantee that starting in mid-January, cars are going to start delivering with hardware 4.0. So let me know in the comments, are you going to take delivery now, or are you going to hold off in hopes of getting 4.0 with this new radar? I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, give it the thumbs up. If you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel as we continue to post content regularly. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Bearded Tesla. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.